opportunities for these players. I think both teams, obviously, we really want program majority of these players. So I don't think that'll phase them. I think they'll be really focusing on themselves. They're not going to take this game lightly at all, even though they're going in hot favourites. And yeah, all to play for tonight.
And who would you say are the key players to watch out for from a Hong Kong-China perspective?
Yeah, Hong Kong, China. I mean, they've bolstered up their back line with their sevens player. Max Denmark is one to keep an eye on as well. Real powerful player, quite a lot of speed as well, and he played well against Japan, so he'll be a key player for them. I think across the park they've got their 10 as well. Nathan De Harry, he's been playing well as well. He's got good experience. He'll control the game well. Obviously, their forwards will look to dominate set piece. So yeah, it will, as Al said, be a clash of the Titans.
That's Tara's thoughts on the game. Let's listen to what both coaches had to say about tonight's game. Jeff, are you coming back to me at all or not? Are we done? Jeff? For tonight's big clash. But now we're crossing straight over to our commentators, Al Bruff and Tara Cooney.
Hi, thank you very much, and welcome to the game tonight between the UAE and Hong Kong, China. Here's the UAE team.
Yeah, first up we have front row Peter Killian, Manib Gallant and Rian Bernard. Second row, we have Jean Botes, Marcus Guerin, and in the back row we see Matt Mills, Vice Captain Brad Janes, and number 8, Ethan Matthews. Partnership 9 and 10, we have Andrew Simple, who captains the team today, Max Johnson, and then out the back line we have Sakiusa Naisau, Justin Walsh, Jack Stapley, Liam Caldwell, and Gerard Pichesset.
And for Hong Kong, China men's 15s, their playing list. At number 1, we've got Suna Famiatao, Alexander Post at hooker, and Keelan Chapman on the other side of the scrum. Our locks today are Mark Pryor and Patrick Jenkinson. And our loose forward trio start with Tyler McNutt, Pierre McInlay West, and Joshua Hertz, who is the captain tonight. At number 9, we've got Jack Combs, Nathan Detieri at 10, and then on the wing we've got Harry Sayers, and then inside centre is Thomas Hill. Outside him is Ben Axton Barrett, with Max Denmark on the other wing, and Matt Worley at fullback.
Yeah, on the bench there we have for UAE Pele Davituawa, Lucas Waddington, and Mosi Vakanua, Michael Shonzen, Sean Stevens, David Evans, James Crossley, Nico Volovolo, and coach is Jacques Spinati.
The bench for Hong Kong, we've got Callum Scott, the brothers Rory and Zacchaeus Cinnamond at 19, Callum McCulloch, James Sawyer at 20, James Christie, Joseph Barker, Paul Atelier at 23, and the coach is Andrew Douglas. So we're about 10 minutes away from kickoff. Both teams have gone back into the sheds after a good warm-up. It should be a really exciting game. I'm looking forward to the battle up the front, as we've said a bit earlier.
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, it's an amazing opportunity. Rugby World Cup qualifier 2027, that opportunity does not come around often, and I'm sure these players will be well up for it. As I said, there's Hong Kong, China, they've had great preparation, as have UAE, but you know, even if it doesn't go to plan for either team tonight, they have that second opportunity, which again, you do not see often, that we have that second opportunity within Asia to represent in the Rugby World Cup in 2027.
Yeah, both teams will probably be trying to avoid that, and tonight would be a great start for that. Whoever wins tonight probably has to avoid going through Africa and over to Uganda to play in that second place qualifier, which neither team wants. And both teams have one home game each in this tournament, so we'll see how they fare tonight. Obviously, the UAE is hosting. We're here at the Sevens Stadium in Dubai, where the Emirates National Sevens is played every year, a huge rugby tournament, so we're looking forward to seeing those boys come out shortly.
Yeah, just seeing the crowd filter in now. It's a nice warm but dry evening here in the Sevens. If you were here a little bit earlier, you would see the iconic sunset at Dubai Sevens Stadium. Always a pleasure to watch a game up here.
As you can see, a few of the boys going through their warm-ups. The scrum will be a big facet of play tonight with the UAE. A couple of changes there, missing one of their props from their game against Germany, Ewan McLaren. He's missing tonight, but still a good up-front team. Hong Kong will be looking to try and win. Hong Kong China will be looking to win that battle early and try and get their set piece moving.
Yeah, and I think it's something that UAE have focused on since the Kenya game. I think they probably want to just sharpen up on their set piece and their lineouts and scrums. So we've just seen an introduction of a couple of new players from last year for UAE. So Max Johnson, he comes in there at 10, plays most of his rugby in Qatar. Believe he's quite a character on and off the field as well, but he's a sharp on the boot, and I think he's been key with working with Andrew Simple. So I think they gel quite well. So it'd be good to see them in action tonight.
Yeah, and then obviously we've got big Justin Walsh at 12. He adds that size and speed at the inside centre, really looking to match up against Hill from Hong Kong China. So we'll see how they can go against that clash tonight. The boys are about to run out onto the field now. So here come UAE and Hong Kong China. So you can see they are led by a couple of our young Emiratis who are wearing their national dress, and then they'll be followed out by a couple of the UAE Shaheen players and members of the federation dressed in national dress for the UAE.
Yeah, and the last time these two teams met, UAE and Hong Kong, China, that was back in Hong Kong last year. So Hong Kong came away with the win, 52-5 to UAE. So again, it's been a big year for both sides, but again, we would think that Hong Kong will be going in favourites to this, but I think the belief is there with UAE. They've worked hard for this year, so you never know what might happen tonight.
And look, they've done a lot more camps and stuff like that. Our season in the UAE ended in April, and they've been working really hard, training every week. They are still, everyone still has their day jobs, so getting all the boys together at times is hard, but I know they had a really successful camp last weekend in Dubai as well, so getting all those guys gelling and playing well together is really important. We also have we're about to go into national anthems, but we have the referees tonight is Katsuki Furuse from the JRFU and his two ARs, Koki Yamaguchi and Ano Kuwai. And then we have Tasuko Kawahara as our TMO. So as you can see, the dignitaries are just shaking hands at the moment and getting introductions to the players before our national anthems.
Yeah, so Hong Kong have been here for the week. They've prepared well here, just adjusting to the heat again. I know them boys were finding it tough as well, as will UAE. You know, the heat is just always a factor to add to a game, but I do expect it'll be a high intensity game tonight. They will look to run that ball as well, look to play a fast tempo. But it'll be good to see if UAE can just stick with that and to try and play their own structure, play their own systems, and not get too sucked into playing that high intensity game.
Yeah, and obviously they've been training in it for a few months now. They're really, and they all have lived here for a long time, so that is a benefit. Hong Kong, China is a bit more humid in that region, but both teams will be still looking to play a lot of rugby before any juice sets in.
I think anyone who says they get used to playing in that heat, you never do.
As long as the water boys are on scene. All right, that was the national anthems of the People's Republic of China and the UAE national anthem. All right, we're getting ready to kick off. I believe Hong Kong are kicking off, and they will be playing left to right. Left.
Yeah, you can really feel the energy now in the stadium, people coming in, and a big excitement to this game. Everyone's, you know, the first kickoff for these teams. They want to see where they how they fare out in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, if both teams, especially the UAE, they want to keep it nice and tight. for at least the first 20, and then build from there, keeping in touch, if not taking advantage of the weather, their weather advantage. So it is the number 10 De Thierry kicking off for Hong Kong, China. Just waiting for the final go-ahead from the referees. And it's a high kickoff, deep. Matthews under the ball there, taken in. Nice, good run, good clear, good start. Hong Kong starting to put early pressure on that ruck, but it's solidly cemented. It's been called to use it, has to get it out, and it's going to be too slow. He called use it, and you have to use it within a couple of seconds now to speed that game up. Simple complaining he couldn't hear that. Yep,
We need the timer on. Can you talk to someone there?
So we need so we've got our first scrum. It will be a Hong Kong China put in. Big testing part for both teams here. Big scrums can win matches. Both packs look quite large, with Hong Kong China looking just a bit bigger around the loose forward trio, but we'll see how they go against each other to start off with.
Just looking at the territory here now that Hong Kong have put themselves here in the first couple of minutes. Good area. They have the scrum put in. So let's see who will win this first scrum or how they go.
Just a little pre-engage there. It's probably a bit of nerves from both teams. Both teams going in early. So we've got a quick reset. Coombs will be putting in the ball here. We've engaged. It's a bit of a mess at the start. A little bit of pushing and shoving afterwards, but it'll be a reset as both. It looked very unstable from the set.
Yeah, it might just take a little bit for them to settle in.
You can hear both packs talking to each other a lot there. You can hear Munib Galant, the UAE hooker, is talking to his boys a lot, trying to get them set in place. Killian versus Chapman's a big lineup. See how they go against each other this time. Oh, we've gone down, and it's a Hong Kong penalty early. All right, given as hinging. So that's an early win for Hong Kong China. They'll be looking to take points early and set the standard.
Yeah, really good start here for Hong Kong. They'll be happy with that. You know, they were kicking into Matthews there. Just unfortunately, the ball didn't come out quick enough. But now they've dominated that scrum. They'll take some confidence in that as well. And hopefully for them, that Nate De Thierry will take his points here. Yeah,
first entry, first score. Perfect start for Hong Kong. And the Hong Kong, China and UAE really need to fix their timing and speed when they have the ball, so they don't this doesn't happen again.
We've got an issue with technical with the timing and the score, so we'll come back to you as soon as we can.
And the kick is up. It's good. So the flags have gone up, so that's 3 points to Hong Kong, China. De Thierry is started off his night well.
Yeah, that will just settle the Hong Kong, China a little bit. Just get some points on the board.
Yep, so UAE will be looking to kick off here. They want to push Hong Kong, China back. Kick that ball out. It's a good clearance kick. The UAE have a line out about 12 metres into their attacking half.
Yeah, Nate Thierry, he'll be key for them tonight. He plays a little bit of shoot shield down Australia as well. He's got a lot of experience at full back as well, so I think he'll be looking to clear the lines with the boot as well, just alleviate that pressure off Hong Kong China.
Yeah, and Munib Galant to throw into the line out here. UAE struggled a bit against Kenya, and it's messy at the start, but they've managed to retake the ball and got the ball out quickly to Rian Barnard, who's been met solidly with defence. Semple's just digging the ball out the back there. He's put a nice box kick in. It's nice and high, just inside the 22. Hong Kong China didn't call for a mark, so it was play on. So good territory gain for the UAE, but Hong Kong China have the ball again. Ball's come out to their forwards, big Famia Tao, but an offside penalty. That's a second early penalty for the UAE, and they cannot afford to be giving away territory and advantage.
Yeah, good take there by Max Denmark. Took it quite strong. There was good line speed from Justin Walsh, but he managed to hold on to the ball and just get it out. Again, this is just alleviating the pressure from that area for Hong Kong China. I think there was a little bit of a mix-up there in that line-out for UAE, so hopefully they'll just sharpen up on that again.
Yeah, I think it's just a bit of nerves for the first game of the season for them. They just got to settle in, calm down. I think the occasion at the moment is getting to them a little bit. Once they settle down a bit, they'll be fine. Good line-out win from Hong Kong, China, and they have gone through. And that was Axton Barrett crashing the ball. Another penalty given, though. So not rolling there. So that's the third penalty now.
Yeah, UAE will just need to be careful around the discipline areas and then around the breakdown areas, because they can't afford to give too much to Hong Kong China, because they will take all the opportunity they can. And again, they're kicking for territory and gaining that ground.
Absolutely, and so far from what we've seen from Hong Kong China's set piece, it's working really well. Their line-out's functioning, their scrums won a penalty, their territory gain, they've worked their way up the field with back-to-back penalties, and a line-out just outside their 22.
Yeah, Alex Post put in here, the line-out.
Good line-out there, and then Big Hill has taken a massive crash ball in, resetting the balls come out really quickly, and the forwards go to work for Hong Kong China, but he's lost it forward and picked up at the back by Peterson, and that's been kicked very deep, and that's Worley at the back who's running that ball in. Steps, run into a bit of trouble, but loose pass, but picked up by Axton Barrett really clearly. A bit of pressure there from Jean Boats. As
he loves that, a bit of pressure.
Comes in with a big hard hit up. Hong Kong struggling with the ball early, and Brad James has picked it up and he's off on a run. He's quite a fast
he needs
seven.
Support.
Good ball, and they've got the ball back, and Semple's put a kick over the top. Unfortunately, it has gone dead, so not the right option there, but looking good from the UAE to put that pressure on Hong Kong China when they have the ball. Yeah,
there was good pressure there, as you say, around the breakdown as well. They're beginning to fight for all these little small margins as well. You've seen a good breakthrough from Brad James. He's a new addition to UAE this year, and he's a great addition, fantastic player. And he's got that pace around back row as well. It's a great breakthrough from him. Sim's probably not the right decision, but they're still in the right area.
Yeah, they're in the right area of the field. They're putting pressure on Hong Kong China ball. And Hong Kong China are starting to feel the heat coming through and the sweat running down your arms as we play with the cake of soap that is in the UAE. All right, so Coombs putting into the scrum here. Last scrum was a penalty, so UAE need to strengthen that up. Oh. A short arm here. So it's a short arm. You can't take a scrum anymore. So they'll be looking to put this ball in the air and chase and put pressure on. So it's gone deep. Big Max has taken that ball at the back and put it out dead, unfortunately. So it goes all the way back.
Unlucky there for Max Johnson.
Unfortunate first touch for him, because he's normally really good by foot. But again, the UAE just making small errors that are costing themselves at the moment. Prost with another fast line out up to Jenkins in the middle. That ball's come out. Thierry has sent it into his big centres again for another crash ball. Coming back to the blind side here with Pryor taking that hit up. Ball coming out slowly. At the back again. Good pressure from Johnson there. It's called a loose pass. And there's a lot of pressure on the winger out wide taking that ball in. Nice slow hit up, ruck play, cement the position, tackle called. Simpsons come through, put pressure again, and their big prop, Famia Tao, has done his 4th hit up of the game so far. Slow ball here for Hong Kong China as it goes through the hands out to the 15. That's Worley. More slow ball, but retaining possession here. Big hit up and over the gain line there, so that was good success for them. Ball's out to Big Pryor again, who's offloaded to Famia Tao. I'm going to have to remember that name. He's coming up a lot so far. And the ball's gone out wide really early. Numbers here for Hong Kong China. The kick has gone through and Prost has taken really well. He is met heavily by Peterson. A good hit up, but Hong Kong China have retained the ball. It's gone out through the middle. Oh, and dropped. Great tackle, great hit from John Botis, putting the pressure on.
What a few phases of play there. To be fair, UAE kept the pressure on there in defence. There wasn't much forward momentum from Hong Kong China until they just broke that line. But this is where they're really dangerous, when they break through the middle. There's always somebody on their shoulder. As you said, Famia Tao, he seems to be involved in a lot of play. There was numbers out wide for Hong Kong China, so UAE did really well to get across and make them dominant tackles and put the pressure on and force that forward or that knock on by Hong Kong China.
It was a great take, but also by Prost, but then equally good tackle by UAE's Peterson there. That was a good impact, and then Boats coming through causing the knock on.
Yeah, great
UAE
hit.
now have to back up this and big scrum, get the ball out and push Hong Kong back.
Yeah, first input for here for UAE.
All right, a much more solid scrum. It hasn't moved to the end. It's come through late on, and another penalty to Hong Kong China.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there for UAE.
It was a good early hit up, and then the second shove came, and Hong Kong China's dominance in the pack really came through shining there. They go for the line out option. So it'll be a 5 metre line out, and I'm sure we'll see some type of maul play, as that seems to be the way in rugby at the moment.
Yeah, they're looking to move it quick as well.
Yeah, Jenkinson's up and got it, and they have set a maul. They're moving forward slowly, but it's gone round, breaking out and penalty given, but try scored to Prost at the back.
Yeah, it looked like it was Famia Tao, Sonia Famia Tao again to get that one. Yeah, look at it. It was a clinical piece of play. Look where the area that we're in, maul it over, and it's a great first try for Hong Kong China. That'll give them the platform to really kick on now.
Yeah, their set piece, as we said in the pre-game, is going to be really important, and so far they're playing that really well. The UAE need to sort out their defensive regions and just take a big deep breath and calm down.
Yeah, so quick line out here as well.
Yeah, Jenkinson takes the ball up really high. Killian probably in from the side of the UAE a bit. The Hong Kong China change the direction of it. Get the early shove, and their height is going really well. As you can see, there's a slight break off as they come through.
Yeah, good dominance there from Hong Kong China. Just consistent with that maul.
And the kick is up and good by Thierry again. So that takes us out to 10-0.
Yeah, we'll need to see UAE just settle into the game a little bit more. They'll need to start really working on that scrum, making sure that they keep their own ball, especially in the territory that they were in. And just clear them lines, because you can see how dangerous Hong Kong China are when they get into that area.
Yeah, we've got a bit of blood there. We amended and back on. So Hong Kong, China are at 10-0 lead, and the UAE really need to be the next to score. Max Johnson will be putting up a high kick now. It's gone deep again, taken well at the back. Thierry's passed up to Coombs, who's got the clearance kick this time. And similarly to last time, they were just about 12 metres into their own half. Let's see if UAE can sort out their line out and gain some attacking plan from here.
Yeah, it's been an area of the game they've really had to work on, is their line out. So hopefully will go a little bit better than the last one.
So Gallant to throw the ball in. Ball's thrown to the back to Marcus Guerin, who takes it well. Semp's given it off to Justin Walsh, and it's come out the back early. And a grubber's put through there by Johnson. Hong Kong, China's taken a bit of time at the back there, but picked up by the winger, who has very fast feet. Was caught there by Caldwell and Stapley. Oh, big crunching hit there. Tackle is called by the referee, so they must release. Good meters gain there, and Thierry has gone for a 50-22, so UAE desperately don't want this to go out, and it looks like it's gone out the wrong side of the post, so it can come all the way back for a scrum. Yeah. Meters in it.
That's a lucky one there for UAE. That'll just take the pressure off again. Again, they're really fronting up in the tackles and the physicality there, UAE, which is good because as Hong Kong, China are very physical. They're big guys, especially their centre runners. The back row, they like to really have them power runs. But UAE are sticking with the physicality. A little bit of a blood sub, I think, maybe, or maybe just a little bit of clean up.
There, yeah. Talking to his proud father earlier, so he was excited to see his son playing for the UAE again.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of families tuned in tonight that will be proud of players on both sides, the opportunity that they have. Rugby World Cup qualifier in Australia 2027. So we see a lot of family, friends down here as well. Big crowd in here at the Seven Stadium.
Yep. This little break in play is due to the small cut we saw. So quick mend here, and then the UAE were looking to get into the scrum. I'm sure they're going to go for a fast in-out ball action so they can move on. Their hit, they need to hit and hold this time and keep Hong Kong, China back for as long as they can.
Time and score is correct now.
Yeah, it might be no harm to have this little break for the players. Just kind of, as you say, when you first get out to a game like this, the first hit out of the Asia Rugby Championship, they just have to settle the nerves a little bit and just settle into their systems and processes. And I think they'll probably welcome that little break and get the water on. As I said, it is a little bit of a dry night, but it is hot. There's a little bit of humidity coming, as you can see there in the players. There's a lot of sweaty arms, as you said. That ball will be a bit slippy as well tonight.
Yeah, well, both teams will be getting used to that. Obviously, with the warm-up games and stuff, they've been playing international level now. I think the UAE just a little bit shell-shocked to start with. Probably victims of their own mistakes rather than being dominated so far. They need to just fix those small mistakes, and I'm sure they'll be in the game strong there.
Yeah, referee just calling water off there. This is the thing about Hong Kong, China. They're so well drilled, they're so skilled, their physicality, but they will capitalise on every little mistake that UAE make. So if they can keep their discipline, I think they can stick with this in the first half.
All right, so we're going back into the scrum now. Munib Gallant and Peter Killian, they play at the Dubai Exiles together around Barnardo Hurricanes, so that is the UAE's front three there. Our current score is 10-0, not 3-0 as you can see on the screen. We're fixing that at the moment. But UAE, big scrum here, simple to put the ball in, and let's see what the UAE can do off this attacking scrum. Big hit, ball's come out early, really good scrum from the UAE. Off to Justin Walsh, a little bit of a mix up with players there, but they've regained possession. Well, came through. And then Nassau has come out the side and made really good gains there. Quick pick up by Semple at the back. Big crash ball by Justin Walsh. Tackle's been made and called. Ball's come out from Semple. Max Johnson, who's given out the side there. Quicker ball again from Semple out to Johnson. Manib Gallant's throwing it out the back. A little bit of a mix-up there. Hong Kong China's all over the ball, but they've lost it really early. Semple's gone out wider this time, out to Boats, who takes a big hit up. And really fast ball out the side. Brad James has turned inside. Slightly high tackle there, but got away with it. Semple picks up, keeps on going. Ram Barnard takes the hard hit up. Possibly a penalty there for taking his time and not releasing, but not given. Ball's gone over the top, but is touched backwards and then regained by Hong Kong China. Coombs is now getting the ball out as they set up their slow play attack. All right, high ball's being kicked up, and it looks like Peterson at the back. He's got quick feet, but he's tripped up there right into the Hong Kong hands. And then the advantage arm has gone out. An ugly pass from Mills, but they had advantage.
Yeah, it was a little bit all for go there with Hong Kong. UAE, it was good to see them get their first ball out of their scrum, try and get some of the backs into the game. You can see they're really hitting the centres there with Justin Walsh carrying, trying to get the ball out to Saki out in the wing as well and look for him to carry. He made some meters, but just got shut down there by Max Denmark. Again, he just...
A really good attacking kick there from Max Johnson, the UAE 10. He's given them a scrum about 6 or 7 meters out, so a really good attacking kick there. Hong Kong China a little bit asleep, no one back. It bounced a couple of times before it went out, but good for the UAE. Let's see what they can do now.
Yeah, good vision there from Max Johnson, just seeing that space in behind. This puts him in a really good position now. If Manib Gallant can hit the target here, we might see a maul from UAE.
Yeah, we'll see what Gallant's got up the sleeve. Early ball to Matt Mills, slow and have set in. Hong Kong's gone from an early push, but it's been reset. It's called backwards once. They will have to use it now as the maul has been stopped. Saki Nassau has come through on a hitting run. And not rolling away, advantage given there to the UAE. Ball's gone out the back. And try is scored by the UAE. Brad James.
Fantastic work there, great work off that line out. Matt Mills took it down. They got advantage because it wasn't rolling away. But great hit up there by Saki Yusa and then finished off by Brad James. Again, he's such a powerful addition to UAE. Ethan Matthews. It's the offload to Brad James. He comes around, gives a little dummy. Absolutely bounces off Nate Deteri and in over. What a try.
Our first game for Brad James tonight on the international level, and he has stood up and scored a massive try. Good dummy, good speed, good shoulder, and then over the line, plants that ball down. Just what the UAE needed.
Yeah, that came at a good time. As I said, it was a little bit unsettled there for the first 15 minutes, but it was good to see them get a foothold in the game now. But exceptional try there from Brad James.
Now we do have water breaks here due to the temperatures, so every 20 minutes there will be a small water break. It was 44 degrees today on my car driving out here, so we know the temperatures are hot. But let's see as the teams go into the huddle and go for a chat.
Was that converted out?
And the conversion good there from Max Johnson as well. That'll bring us up to 10-7. As you can see now, just UAE boys gathering in again. That'll be a good old a breather for them just after that. They're getting momentum as well, which is good. Hong Kong China will probably take that break after that try as well. Max Johnson, he's a new addition to UAE as well. Really sharp on the boot. Good to see that conversion go over.
So we're going back into the game now. The water's been called. UAE will be really bolstered by that try. Really get them back into the game and shows what they can do with the ball. Saki Nassau, a really good hit up early, and came out to Ethan Matthews. Brad James over the top. His speed is, he plays wing or 7 for the Dubai Dragons, so a man of many talents.
Very versatile player. Just getting the water off here.
So deep high kick for Hong Kong, China there. Matthews under it, takes it and goes on a big run this time. He's met. And Andrew Semple, slow ball out, slightly contested, and he went at a knee there, so they might look at that. Contested by Caldwell.
Advantage here for UAE.
A big clear out. UAE has regained the ball after this. Oh, and a great line there from Stapley, who's then given the offload to Max Johnson. Max Johnson's given a wide ball. Oh, it is touched by Hong Kong, China, so the ball will go to the UAE.
What a great break down the middle there, as we've seen down that centre line. Max Johnson getting off the end of that ball, looking to spin it wide, but I think it was Max Denmark got in the end of that one. But they really get momentum now, UAE. Line out here for UAE. Manib looking to put in again.
And the UAE looking really dangerous when they've got the ball in hands. They've taken their deep breath. They're coming through. Let's see what they can go. You can see Munib's taking a few extra deep breaths on the side there.
Yeah, seems to be just a player here for Hong Kong down. Not sure if it's Harry Sayers.
It's the number 8, the captain, Hertz.
Yeah, Joshua Hersage, he's a real experienced leader for Hong Kong.
The rucks are being contested heavily by both sides here. It's really slowing down the ball, making it a bit messy. But it's also bringing in more players, so there's more gaps being caused on attack. So it's really exciting rugby to watch.
Yeah, and you see, even just from a UE perspective, how they've evolved in the last year, the way they're playing, the structure they're playing slightly different. See the way they're trying to run through the centre field, looking for them offloads off the shoulder, looking for that opportunity of the short ball back inside. As you say, the likes of Brad Janes, putting him on through gaps as well.
Yeah, the extra lines, they're running a hard line through the middle for looking for the offload as well, so they're doing really well. All right, so the players are back up. We'll go for the line out. So it is a UAE line out because it was touched by Hong Kong China on the way out.
Hong Kong China will probably look to compete for this. They're competing around the rucks and the breakdowns, so they're looking for every opportunity they can get.
There's a dummy up the front. Boats has got a hand to it, but it was lost forward. Tapped back first by Patrick Jenkins, but then couldn't be held and then lost. So it is a green scrum, so UAE will get the scrum.
Yeah, good territory here now for UAE. They can build on this again. Probably a little bit unfortunate here. There's a few handling errors coming in from Hong Kong China. Just a couple of hands coming in there. They want to be careful with that because they don't want to get themselves a yellow card and be down a man. But it's happened a couple of times. They're just trying to stop that ball going wide or them passes. Just need to be a little bit careful around that area.
Yeah, you can hear a lot of chat coming from those scrums there. So the players are getting involved. UAE had a good successful scrum last time. Let's see what they can work off this one. All right, early push, but Semple has got the ball out and good pressure from the UAE. Max Johnson's picked up, given out to Stapley. Oh, possible high tackle. All right, ball's released, so Semple is digging it out. Ball's gone out to Johnson. He's taking it in under carry himself.
A good hit there from Ben Axton Burrett in the centre.
Rucks are very messy at the moment. Justin Walsh with a good late give. Given again, just forward, and then lost out.
Yeah, they probably just forced it a little bit too much there, trying to get the ball out to Liam Caldwell on the wing. Nice hands, but it probably just could have settled it again. Just if probably Jack just settle it again.
So Hong Kong's called for a scrum here. You can hear the ref's mics coming through really strong here. So you can hear all that player chatter in the scrums as well.
Just watching that shot there on from the number 13, Ben Axton Burrett. It looked like a powerful shot from here, but seems to be okay.
All right, as we go into the scrum, it is Hong Kong China's put in. So Coombs will be putting this ball into the scrum. Penalty given for
Harry
Hong
Sayers is
Kong,
on the
China,
run here.
and he's made a huge growth. He's been caught by Justin Walsh. Advantage is over. So they need to regain the ball, and it's gone out, and they've got men out wide everywhere. It's a numbers game here, and it will be finished off by Max Denmark in the corner.
Yeah,
really
fantastic
good
try
attacking
there.
play.
Fantastic try from Hong Kong, China. As you see, Harry Sayers just breaking through. He's another sevens player. He's got pace. He's a real athletic player. Just got through the middle. They chased him down. Unfortunately, they couldn't turn over the ball quick enough. And then Hong Kong, China have the men out wide. But great finish there from Max Denmark. Again, you cannot give that man an inch. He's got great pace and power. Silky hands through the backs.
Yeah, it was a really well worked. We saw it early from the side. They had a numbers advantage out there. Just simple through the hands, got the job done, and let Matt Denmark score in the corner. Doesn't make things easy for his kicker, but
Yeah, they're really dominating the scrum now, Hong Kong, China. They're getting the advantage play off that every time.
yeah, Famia Tao's going in and early. They've just got to look to make sure he's going straight to start with before he changes his angle. But Rian Barnard's got his hands full at the moment. Kick is up, but the flags have stayed down, so that will keep our score at 15-7.
Yeah, a few players just getting a little bit of treatment there. I think Keelan Chapman, maybe that's his second time to get a little bit of treatment. Not sure if it's a little bit of blood. Tidy him up. It's a physical battle out there. You can really see both teams are going for it, especially around the breakdown. The tackles are really physical. There's a lot of dominant tackles coming in, especially in the centre field.
Yeah, so UAE, after scoring, have let one in. They'll need to bounce back here. I'm sure Max Johnson will put a kick up. It's an ugly worm burner, but it's taken at the back there by the captain, Hertz, and they've taken it straight into contact. Another run by Famia Tao, who loves the hard hits. He's made good meters there. It's contested and coming out. Big Patrick Jenkinson taking the hit up. And then a nice slow ball for Coombs, looking for the box kick. Ball is up and high. It's been called out and taken by Peterson, who's dominating, taken in, but he's lost it. It was stripped at the start, and then it was knocked on.
Yeah, still a lively phases of play there. You see Hong Kong just clearing their lines again with the kicks, but great take there from, I'm not sure if it was Max Johnson or Gerard Peterse. Leaped up out of the air to get that ball.
Yeah, it was just stripped from his hands as he came down and then knocked on with the bouncing ball afterwards.
Yeah, full back there. Gerard Peterse, he's a new addition to UAE as well.
Don't think Patrick Jenkinson was expecting that ball pass straight to his face then. So, former Abu Dhabi resident, so I'm sure a few of the boys in here will be letting him know about it in the chats afterwards.
I believe he's played alongside number 9 for UAE, Andrew
Yeah,
Semple.
him and Andrew Semple won a comp together about 9 years ago. So
There you go.
all right, important scrum for UAE here. They've been giving away penalties on Hong Kong's China's scrum, but now they need to get the ball in and out. Good first hit. You can hear loud calls from Manib there celebrating it. Semple's put the ball in deep. It's just gone over the dead ball line, but it will hold short. So it's a goal line dropout.
Yeah, Simple just snipe it around the scrum there. He did see there was space in behind. It's just his kicking is not quite as accurate, but the vision is definitely there. You can see what they're trying to do. They're trying to spot the space and the gaps and really capitalize on that and get that territory.
Be interesting to see what they do off here. They've obviously got a set play. He is aiming one way at the moment. He's put it nice and deep to Saki Nassau. He will be running this up, no questions asked, straight into contact and met It's got a high tackle there, so advantage has gone up. Justin Walsh has run on, put a really good pass. Gerard Peterson's got a good crash line, ball secured there, and ball's come out really well. Johnson out to Brad Janes.
Great footwork there by Janes.
Well, ball's come out early there. Still penalty advantage here. Liam Caldwell on the side. He's kicked, but it is going back to advantage for the high tackle.
Yeah, you just Saki there on the power run. He was met by a wall of Hong Kong China. Just put him back a little bit. It was slightly high, so gave it the advantage again. You can see UAE are trying to get that ball wide as well, but you can see the footwork there from some of the players. Brad Janes looking to step back inside and just keep their defence honest in Hong Kong China.
Yep, so Max Johnson will be kicking for points here. UAE trying to close the gap to 5 points. And really good set of play by them. If they can come away with points every time they're in this half, they'll stay well and truly within a fighting shot.
Yeah, I think it's a good decision here to go for the kick. Just settle them again, take the points when they're on. The opportunity is there.
You can hear Manib Galant and the referee having a chat about that last scrum. UAE thought they had big dominance, but the ball came out too fast for them to get a penalty. Johnson's put a kick in. Flags are up, so 3 points there.
Yeah, great strike there from Max Johnson. Just putting 3 points on the board. Again, that will settle UAE.
Yeah, puts them within 5 points, so they're in within a try at the moment. So they'll be looking to bolster. They've got 10 minutes of this half. They don't want to let any more points in. Really secure this ball, clear it out of the area, and make Hong Kong play back at them. Ball's gone up. Killian's under it and taking it well. Ball's been given out. Semple's done a box kick. Caldwell's after it, and he's going to meet the captain. Oh, there was a big foot out there. The winger has gone, but Gallant's grabbed his leg at the last minute. Big Famia Tower has gone at another big hit up again. Coombs has dug that ball out to Deteri. It's gone out to the fullback Worley, and out to centre. He was met by Nassau and pushed back, and then a nice kick has been put through just for a little territory advantage as they won't make any gains.
Yeah, nice kick there from Matt Worley, fullback for Hong Kong China. Just taking that pressure off, putting them on that front foot again, because you could see the big hits were coming in there from UAE.
Yeah, both teams' defences are really putting on shots at the moment. Hopefully they can keep it up for the game, because it makes it very exciting rugby.
Yeah, it's what you love to see. Big hits going in, big power runs.
All right, UAE need to have a steady line out here. Going at the front, they've gone a bit quicker. It's been taken over the back and penalty given. You cannot attack the arms of the player. So Patrick Jenkinson there giving away the penalty on Matt Mills. The UAE will take a little sigh of relief and hopefully put this ball around halfway to get the ball again. So as you can see here, Jenkins just comes over the back. He's not being lifted. He's a bit messy. Grabs the arm, so that's a penalty all day. All right, really good kick over halfway there from Max Johnson. So UAE will have another line out and see how they go. Hong Kong are competing consistently at the moment, really trying to put that pressure on. So UAE need to be fast and quick in the air, really just to retain possession. Early front ball, brought down at the back, and Brad Janes slings it out to Andrew Semple, who gives it out to Stapley on a short line. It's been contested. It's come out the back to Brad Janes again, and then Saki Nassau has gone in for another big hit up. Ball's come out. Hong Kong has turned it over. It's gone wide early, and their dangerous winger Sayers has made meters again. All right, and the big captain with a big hit up there. Coombs get the ball out quickly. So Thierry's put the ball up for a contestable kick. It's gone up early but knocked on, and then he took it possession offside, so a penalty to Hong Kong China here. I'd say they'd be going for points just to make sure that they keep the scoreboard ticking, but I could be completely wrong because it looks like he's about to kick out for touch. Interesting decision.
Interesting decision. They'll want to push on here now and look to maul again. You know, coming up to half-time, they probably want to put the pressure on. As you said before, Hong Kong, China, they are competing for everything. You know, they will compete, breakdowns, scrums, lineouts, everything. They'll want every opportunity they can. You can see how dangerous some of their wingers are here. Harry Sayers.
Taken at the top there by Jenkins. A little dummy maul, but forward pass, given us flat and taken in. The really good front football there and good possession. They're clearing over their ruck really well. Ball's taken in. Number 20 has got the ball there. Coombs gets the ball out. Oh, and it's been dropped by the captain there. Taken in.
A good strip there. I think it was just a bit of a knock on there.
Yeah.
From Hong Kong.
Take a big hit, met with a slippery ball, just right on the ball. Oh, the ball's gone wide early. UAE are playing in their own end, and Saki Nassau has taken it out and been over the 22-metre line. No hands was called, and picked up. But a knock on there and a little bit of a mess of play.
Yeah, a little bit of frantic play there, but you could see they weren't looking to kick that one out. They just get the ball wide to Saki, let him do a power run up and give a good bump to the winger, but a little bit isolated, but he was probably lucky that they had the knock on.
Yeah.
Just watch back here with the power run from that 12, Thomas Hill. He is so powerful.
Fractional pass there.
Yeah, as you can see, they're looking to really run, but UAE defence was up on them. You can see they're scrambling around well.
Yep, so we've had a little time off to get a little bit of work done for the players, and we're going in for a UAE scrum.
What a battle it's been, though, coming up to half-time now. It's been a great contest, both sides. As you say, a little bit of maybe jitters here and there, just both settling into the game, finding their structures. But really, really close first half. And I think for UAE especially, they'll be pretty happy with this first half.
Yeah, and there's possibly been a sub made. It doesn't look like, it looks like number 20, Sawyer, has been on for Hong Kong, China as well. Hong Kong, China have got a huge push. And then they'll come up, sorry.
Yeah, Hong Kong just coming away with that one. They might look to take the points here in this one.
So yeah, that sub was made after 24 minutes. McKinley came off injured, and Sawyer went on. So he's added a bit of weight to that scrum. But Hong Kong now looking to kick to advantage. Not far out here, they'll definitely be looking to their set piece to try and build this gap just before half-time.
Yeah, they're still going for this maul. Good contest here. Like they're rolling over.
Try there. It's a really powerful moving maul that UAE doesn't have an answer for at the moment.
Yeah,
so.
Fantastic try there from Hong Kong, and no wonder they're not kicking for points. They've really backed themselves on that maul, especially in this area. But they just got a good rumble on there for a finish, and unfortunately for UAE, they just couldn't stop that. As you can see here, the put in here from Alex
Jenkins
Post.
Takes it at the back, and it's given out. The first maul is splintered and then regained. And then I believe it's Chapman, number 3, who's gone over there.
Yeah, and they'll be very systematic with this set piece as well, with the maul. It's something that they'll look to do. As you can see, we've predicted a few times that they'll go for a kick, take the points, but they're backing themselves on that maul, and you can see why they are.
And this is the killer time, just before half-time, when you don't want to leak any points. The All Blacks used to be really good at it, just scoring either side of half-time and taking that edge away from their opponent. So hopefully the UAE can bolster here and try and put some points on of their own in the last couple of minutes. As the kick goes up, flags are up, so a converted try there. That takes us out to 22-10 with about 2 minutes to go.
Nate Tatiri there with the kick. He's been in good form for Hong Kong, China as well. As I say, he plays a lot of his rugby down in Australia and New Zealand. He's currently playing shoot shield with the Hunter Wildfires. He's been crucial for them on the boot as well. tonight.
Yeah, so we've got about 2 minutes of play left. UAE will be looking to put it deep and keep Hong Kong in their own half and try and get a turnover from the back. It's put right down the middle of the field and dropped. So a very fortunate mistake for the UAE. Unfortunate for Hong Kong, China. That's Coombs at the back. But a really good place to have a scrum for the UAE and try and get some points on the board at half-time.
Yeah, Jack Coombs there. He'll be disappointed with that one. Just at a key time, just lets it spill forward. But again, it just shows the conditions tonight that ball is slippy, and you do have to commend these players and the skill and physicality that they're showing here tonight in such conditions and in this heat. But again, great platform here for UAE before they can go into the sheds for half time.
They've split 3-3 either side. With Max Johnson right behind the scrum there, so they'll be looking to make a late call on which way they want to go. That keeps obviously Hong Kong China's defence split as well, so they can't make that gain tackle. As the ball's put in, it has come out the back and it's given out to Semple. Numbers game here. Peterson's made a great line. It's recovered. Semple's picked it up. Given off and given a line to Botus.
It's turned over.
And it's been turned over and then kicked out for half-time.
Yeah, they'll just take a sigh of relief there, I think, Hong Kong China, with that turnover. And as you can see, they just frantically kicked it out. They didn't want any more to do with that.
All right, yeah, and so that's half-time there coming through. A little bit of handbags thrown at the end.
Keep going for a bit. We're just waiting for the
A
interviews.
few pushes and shoves. Frustrated players, but yeah, we're going into half-time. Hong Kong China's taking in the lead 22-10. Just a little mistake there from the UAE, not being able to regain possession. Guys pushing each other and having a few words as they come off still.
Just watching this scrum here, Sims just gets it down the back, and fullback Gerard Peterson, he's having a great first half as well. He's getting through them gaps, getting that forward momentum. And again, just Sims has that vision to step back inside, put boats into space, but unfortunately just couldn't get over as quickly. It was great turnover there from Sunia Famatau. That was a key turnover for Hong Kong China, and as I say, sigh of relief, kick it out, get into the sheds for half time.
A little bit dodgy though. I think there's a player lying all over the ground blocking the ball coming out, but they've got away with it, so they'll be happy. The UAE will be a little bit annoyed by that drop ball, but it is just pulled out the front from a man off his feet, but got away with it, so they are excited about their lead, but a few questions being asked at the end there. A few players getting a bit frustrated with each other.
Really exciting first half, though. I didn't think maybe it'd be this close, and I think for UAE they'll be pretty happy with that performance in the first half. They've matched the physicality, they've matched that tempo intensity to Hong Kong China, and I think if you look at put this into perspective, Hong Kong China, a lot of these guys are on full-time contracts, a lot of them play in the Sevens program, a lot of these guys have come through that player pathway program as well with Hong Kong, and you know, they've had a great year preparation, and UAE also have a great year preparation as well. But
Aaron, first half, what did you make of it?
Yeah, great opportunity for our boys. Am I looking at the camera or look at you?
Oh, so Aaron, sorry, it's just a technical break. What did you make of the first half there for the UAE?
Yeah, a bit of a slow start for us, but over a couple of opportunities, we've built momentum. I think we just got to keep believing. Hong Kong, they're very accurate and very dangerous on turnover ball. But if we just get the ball, we've proven we can create opportunities. We've just got to keep bringing that.
It seems like you're looking to play at pace, high intensity. Is that more of the same in the second half?
Yeah, we've got a good, strong bench. We just got to play fire with fire. Hong Kong are very fit, but we're at home. We have to win, and we know we've got to take it to them. So hopefully in the second half we can bring that.
Well, Aaron, good luck for the second half. Wishing you all the best. That's Aaron Pasico, assistant coach for the UAE, as we look forward to another fantastic second half. It's 22 points to 10. Hong Kong China leading the UAE.
Hong Kong came away with the win, 52-5 to UAE.
Yeah, It's a high kickoff, deep. Matthews under the ball there. To work again. All right, here's a good replay. It was Semple into Peterson. He took the ball in. Semple then picked it up into Boats. Good contested hit up. Possibly a guy lying on the ground there, but not seen. And that is the end of the half. It's been exciting. The UAE have definitely stood up and they've put their best foot forward so far. A few jitters at the start, but really have settled down and come to play.
Over this game, I think we just lost the ball too much in contact. So for us, it's looking after that ball, going through the phases, and controlling the territory, controlling the possession a bit more than we have done in that first half.
Alex, wishing you all the best for the second half. Cheers.
Thank you very much, cheers.
As you can see, the score is 22. That is the voice of Alex Allen, the assistant coach for Hong Kong, China. Please join us for the second half here at the Emirates Stadium in Dubai.
Yeah, welcome back. It is half time here, and the score is 22-10 in favour of Hong Kong, China. They've come out being the favourites that they were, and they've come out strong. They scored early. The UAE team showed a few jitters, and really put them on the back foot. Then they came back into the game, started putting up a really good fight. The contact areas have been really amazing to watch. Both teams' defenses are putting on big shots, and they're making meters throughout the process. So it's been a really good game so far. We've had a few try scorers. Hong Kong China have had Prost and Chapman, both their two of their front rowers, scoring off the back of mauls, and then Max Denmark scored out wide. And then for the UAE, we had Brad Janes get over and a Max Johnson conversion as well. So, Tara, what do you see in the second half, sorry?
Yeah, we've kind of just gone through the highlights there in the first half, and it's been a battle, absolute battle. And I think, as I say, throughout the game, there has been jitters, maybe, as I say, the first hit out for both teams in this ARC. But second half, I think UAE, looking at that bench there, you see Apele, Mosi, Lucas Waddington on that bench, and I think they will look to maybe add in them guys. They're real physical ball carriers. They're ruthless around the breakdown, especially Apele. So I think they'll try and bring them in early for impact, just increase that physicality as well. Hong Kong China, as I said, they've got, you could hear the halftime there from the coach. They want to stick to their systems. They want to play in the right areas. They want to kick for territory, but they have got pace, and they have got a bench there with the brothers, Rory and Zach Cinnamond as well. They've got a good pack to bring in if they need to bulk up, make that impact in the second half. But as you see, teams coming out here all to play for in the second half.
Yeah, Hong Kong China will be looking to gain more ascendancy, and UAE will be looking to close that gap really early and try and get back into that game. Obviously, we've only got a 12-point difference so far, but if the UAE can be next to score, their heads will be up, and we're in for a great second half. The UAE will be kicking off. Max Johnson will be kicking off towards the left end of the stadium. So it'll be exciting to see as we go in.
Yeah, I don't think there's any new additions here. Substitutes brought in at half-time. Just that notable one, James Sawyer as well. He came in back row for McKinley, I think, in the first half. Yeah, McKinley West.
So a nice high kickoff from Max Johnson to Deterri, who shapes to kick, but good pressure put on from Saki and Nassau. And the ball slowly brought in. Now, it has been brought back into the 21, so it can't be kicked out on the full. And Peterson is under it and gives it off to Max Johnson, who shapes for a kick, but puts it straight down the throat of Deterri, who then puts an even deeper kick in there. And Hong Kong China might have won the kicking battle. Oh, except it's gone out deep. So I'm completely wrong again, and they have lost the kicking battle there as it gets brought all the way back for a UAE scrum from where it was kicked.
Yeah, this will be a good start again in the second half for UAE, just getting themselves into the right territory. But you can see again, they're looking to really put that pressure on that kickoff. You see Saki flying up at Nate Terry, putting that pressure on and just making them think twice about that kick.
Yeah, so UAE, we looking to get this ball in and out of the scrum. No changes to either front row yet, so China's dominance there has been noted already, but UAE seem to be able to get the ball out on their own scrum. Just got to hold it in for a little bit longer so the pressure's not on Semple, and they can work off their set play for the backs. So the ball's gone in there, fed really well and held really well by the UAE. Going out to Justin Walsh, who's given it out the back, and really
Massive
good pressure there from Axton Barrett again. Ball's gone out wide. Liam Caldwell's made a good run inside and popped the ball up to Saki Nassau, who has been a handful for Hong Kong China so far. And the ball's at the bottom of the ruck. Semple's given it out wide. Brad James with the fast feet again, really putting pressure on. Ball's gone out to Rian Barnard, who shapes to take the ball in. Good footwork. He's met well by other players. Been released. Semple gets the ball out quickly out to Johnson. Skip pass, but then it's been knocked on by Boats. He's taken the ball.
Oh, just unfortunate there from John Boats on the knock-on. Great phase of play there from UAE. See that working it through the back line, but great hit up, good pressure there from number 13 from Hong Kong China. Ben Axton Barrett puts on a big hit, but you see he can just step back inside from Liam Caldwell, offload back out to Saki, and just getting that forward momentum, just working through the phases. But unfortunate there for John Boats. Don't know if he was expecting that ball, and he was Not sure the wing is his position, but unfortunate for him, he just knocked on the ball. But still in a decent enough area, and I think Hong Kong China will be happy with that, just alleviate that pressure again.
Now, their scrum has been an absolute weapon so far. They've won a few penalties off their attacking scrum. They might be looking to keep the ball in here, put the pressure back on the UAE, and just work themselves up the field.
Just resetting here again. Just noticing there that number 13, that centre pairing for Hong Kong China, that 12 and 13, Thomas Hill and Axton Barrett. They're playing together quite a while. They're well experienced, but there's such a powerful duo there in the centre field, and you can see the hits going on either side. There's a good battle going on there between them centres, and Justin Walsh and even Saki Yusanasau, Jack Stapley as well.
Big contest. All right, so Coombs is about to put the ball into the scrum here. As you can see, hear the sound there. So the ball's gone out to the back of the scrum, starting to march a bit forward now and then gone down, and Hong Kong China have won another scrum penalty. Big Sam Famiatao is having a very successful day out in the scrum. Sorry, it's Sunir Famiatao. He's having a killer game so far. Lots of runs, lots of penalties. Really putting Ryan Barnard to work. So the ball has been kicked out. It's gone out just over halfway for Hong Kong China to set up off their set piece for another line out. They've been really going in fast. You watch Patrick Jenkins come into the line out, calls it straight at the back. Numbers are not called early enough there, so bit of confusion, but ball's gone up and in, and it's gone out to Hill. The big number 12 on a crashing run, and then brought back to the short side. Well read by Killian, who put a little stop to it. Matt Mills has managed to hold on to Max Denmark, and the ball's come out slowly. Big Sunir Famiatao, another hard hit up, and the ball's come out quickly. Thierry stepped inside, but got caught. Ball's gone out fast. Out to the fullback Worley, who stepped inside as well, putting really good pressure on, and he's caught by Brad James. Then big Patrick Jenkinson comes in for the hit up to slow things down and reset things. And then you see number 6, McNutt, is all over it, and he's got through the ball, passed it out. Worley's got through and managed to pop off the deck. Hong Kong China really playing expansive rugby here. McNutt again, he's gone through the gap. Taken in.
Just looking for that support.
They might be too fast for themselves at the moment. Hong Kong China still retaining the ball. Hill's taken in the hard hit up, rolling away there for the UAE. Back out to McNutt, taking his third hit up in as many sets, it almost feels like, and good ascendancy game. The ball comes out the back. And it's a great juggling act there with a kick and a drop and a flip.
Great step inside there from Matt Worley.
Stepped inside, and Matt Worley has gone through after a very confusing acrobatic play.
What an exciting few phases of play there, and you could just see that coming in because Matt Worley had stepped into the centre, and this is what this guy does all day every day. He uses his footwork in around the middle. He's always looking for that offload to try and hit them gaps in the middle, and you could just see they were beginning to just wear down that defence from UAE, looking to keep the ball alive, play that fast rugby that they love to play, and eventually Matt Worley just got through and under the post for Hong Kong China.
Yeah, just a really good lot of play, fast, exciting rugby, keeping that ball moving, making sure the defence has to keep fighting and getting up, and then finally finding that break. So it was a great try to Max Worley here. You can see Thierry gives it out the back. Axton Barrett with the drop kick regather all in one movement was pretty classy. So he's dropped it, he's kicked it and retained it just to save the knock on.
Bit of Gaelic football there, I must say.
With a bit of confusion out there, he gave it out to Worley, who then found a prop on his inside, so made him go to work. So we've got the score out at 29-10, with the conversion being good there. Not the start the UAE wanted there for the second half, but...
No, but from a Hong Kong-China perspective, I think they'll be happy with that play, because that's where they really thrive, is when they start playing that high intensity, that fast-paced tempo game. As you see, there's a couple of subs coming off here. Justin Walsh, Matt Mills. There's a couple of impact subs coming on here for UAE. Mosi is taken to the field.
Yeah, so Mosi will go on at number 8, and probably Matthews will move out to number 6. And it looks like James Crossley's gone into inside centre. Another big hit up from Sunia Famiatao. Still going to work, still hard at it. A little bit slower ball from Hong Kong China there for the box kick. Good pressure from the UAE. It's been let go. Communication problems, and then dropped by Peterson there. Just a little communication breakdown, and guys getting each other's way. But it's not what you want to do. You don't want to keep giving these Hong Kong China lads the ball in this position on the field.
Yeah, I think UAE just need to settle themselves again, just take a breather. You can see even from the ruck there, some of them are sheepish enough to just get back again, and unfortunate there for Gerard Pichesay, just spilled the ball on that one and just giving Hong Kong the territory ball again.
Right, so we've seen Sunia Famiatao put Rian Barnard to the sword a few times in this scrum. Will Hong Kong look to move it or keep it in and try and get another penalty, trying to force a referee's hand on possibly going to his pocket?
Yeah, you see Mosi here just coming into the 8 position. Not a bad impact sub to have. I don't think Hong Kong China like to see him come on the field.
Yeah, a bit of pushing there from Chapman and Killian. I think Killian's trying a bit of the dark arts of scrummaging while the ref was on the other side, so he's moved around. We'll see what happens as we reset and go in here.
Yeah, just looking on the sideline here, there's a few substitutes for Hong Kong China just warming up as well.
It looks like one of the Cinnamon brothers is ready to go, and Scott as the hooker, and possibly change at number 9. I'm only judging it on the size of the fella.
Yeah, James Christie's captain of the 7th team for Hong Kong. Well-experienced player as well, so he'll be a good addition to come on.
All right, the arm's gone out for another penalty there. They've played off it. Ball's gone out the back from to Hill, who's broken through the gap. Tried to offload over the top, but it's been caught up a little bit. But here you go, the fast feet of Sayers again. But no advantage given, so we'll go all the way back to the scrum penalty.
Yeah, you see now Hong Kong China are just trying to get that ball wide and just try and move around UAE players, looking to step back inside, use their footwork.
Obviously their speed out wide on their 2 wings with Denmark and Sayers is really hurting the UAE as well. Crossley's come on, and him and Caldwell are not notoriously fast. They're very experienced and good players, but not notoriously fast, so Hong Kong China's trying to make them pay. But they've gone for the line out here, so they'll have a line out about 20 metres out from there.
Yeah, we're just seeing the introduction here of Colin Scott, as well as Zach Cinnamon and James Christie at scrum half for Hong Kong.
So a few fresh faces on both teams coming in. As you can also see, David Tuwalu and Vola Vola warming up on the sidelines, ready to go in. Good line out win from Hong Kong China, and their maul is going to work again. The first player down was from Hong Kong. Guys are not getting off the ball, and UAE are very successful there. They've managed to nullify that maul for the first time, and they'll be very happy with that.
Yeah, that was a key turnover there for UAE. They needed that in that territory. Getting a little bit heated there amongst players. I think it's kind of the excitement of what's at stake in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Like when World Cup spots are at stake, you can see why it's getting to a few players.
Absolutely.
Andrew Semple having a little conversation with Max Johnson there about how they're going to get it out. Obviously, UAE will be trying to hold them back and get this ball out quickly so they can get it moving and get some territory back. You don't want to give up a penalty here.
Steady there
obviously a little bit of
Let's go, get
confusion
set.
with Scott coming
Straight
on. Maybe there's problems with that. Obviously, a new front rower coming on, so we haven't had these issues before. So we blame the new guys, but they are fresh and ready to go. So they'll be trying to keep the pressure on. Two fresh front rowers against guys who've been playing for 53 minutes so far. So we'll see how they go now.
Point! Set!
Scrum's in, the ball's gone in. Pressure coming from Hong Kong, China, but the ball's gone out well there. Crossley's taken a hard hit up. His knee has hit the ground, so they have to release.
Yep.
The ball's a bit messy, but it's gone backwards. And then given to Nassau and Sunir Famiatau, a name we've said many times, has managed to pick up that ball.
Yeah, great turnover there for Samia Famatau. Just so quick into that breakdown. Probably a little bit isolated there in that run up there by Saki, but again, they're just capitalizing in the right areas now, Hong Kong, China.
Yeah, they're really starting to show their experience. Again, they're turning down points and going for the killer blow. So they're probably looking to use their maul or something off a maul to score here. Subs being made. Big David Tualu is coming on.
Yeah, Pele just coming in there into the pack. He's a great addition. This guy's work rate is unbelievable. He works really well around the breakdown, carries hard, powerful runner as well.
Shock move though. He's coming on for Peter Killian, so I'd say Muniba might be changing positions, and Pele will go into hooker for the scrums anyway. There he is, having to make
rumble on here.
His first tackle there, and Hong Kong are only a metre out. The ball's gone out wide. Good pressure from Semple, and
great hit there.
And Nassau has put on an even bigger hit and caused a knock on. So great shot from Saki Nassau, putting that, stopping that play in.
Yeah, they
rhythm.
just needed that there because they didn't actually go for the maul there. They tried to work the ball out to their back line, and just again they were getting that front foot ball. Hong Kong, China, but great blitz defense from UAE, just threw them off in the backs, put that pressure on for a just a little spill on there from Worley.
Well, he probably dropped it before the hit, but you could see Saki coming out of the line firing and didn't want a bar of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah, so you can see that replay. It goes out the back. Saki Nassau puts on a great shot. There's a little bit of a stoppage here as there's a man down, and they're trying to fix some comms for the referees. So there's fluoro jerseys everywhere as we get water on the field.
Yeah, just see maybe Nico Volavola coming on there for Liam Caldwell.
He'll add some pace on the wing there. He's also got some great footwork.
He does. He's a little bit of a cheeky player, Nico. He likes to really show his skill and his footwork, which he's well entitled to do. So he's always an enjoyable player to watch. And Liam has put a shift in there on the wing. He's usually a centre player, but I think they probably needed his bit of power there on the wing.
Yeah, power and experience. And now Nico was one of the stars at the Algarve Sevens last weekend as well. And you saw his dancing footwork go to work there. So
yeah, exciting player to watch.
Back in for the scrum here. So is a UAE put in. Apelli is on the side of the scrum there, so it's not his normal position, but the man has some serious strength, so we'll see how he goes. UAE scrum moving back, but the ball's come out, and Saki Nassau is taking another hit up. But number 6 has got for Hong Kong, China, McNutt, he's all over it again. He's got the ball, pulled it out the back, and done well. Munib Galant has then turned the ball back over, and it is a mess out there. We don't know. It's come flying out the back, along the ground, another drop, and then a pass that looked about 6 metres forward has been given. So it is the UAE scrum about 10 metres forward and 50 metres across the field.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what to say there. It seemed a little bit frantic. The ball was just being spilled left, right and centre and scrabbling.
On the ground.
You could hear Nate trying to throw it at the back.
Flick to the ground, then dropped again. I don't know if that sequence will be making the highlights package for many of these players.
You could just see though when this starts to creep in, they're trying to get a little bit excited and trying to get that ball out and work their back line. But I think they just need to settle. Maybe both teams need to settle a little bit. Just stick to their structures. Keep possession of the ball. I think there was 2 or 3 turnovers there, back and over. If they can just protect their own breakdown for both teams, just settle the game again.
Yeah, UAE got the ball. Oh, and they've won a scrum penalty there for early turning from Hong Kong, so that's their first scrum win, so they'll be very happy with that. It's gone against the run of play, but UAE will be looking to get this ball out and get it down the field, playing into their second half. So it's given for wheeling around the scrum. Obviously when you push, you have to push straight, you cannot change directions from the start. That ball is kicked very deep and between the winger and fullback for a great metres gain for the UAE there.
Yeah, I just see time off there for some substitutes coming in there. Rory Cinnamon, his brother Zach is on the field already. Paul Altier as well coming in. And we've got a debutant, number 22, Joseph Parker. His first cap for Hong Kong, China tonight.
Yeah, so we've seen change in some really key positions now. I think we've got 10, 15 and 9 have all come off. And Sunia Famiatao, after a pretty big shift of 60 minutes, is getting a well-earned rest. Ball's come out to Crossley, out the back to Johnson, given short. Stapley contested but gone off his feet, needs to roll out of there. Semple gets the ball, great hands by Johnson, taken in, contested again. The UAE have managed to retain possession. Ball's come out. Big Emosi has taken a great hit up there. Ball's gone out. John Boats is hit early,
Hands out.
but not held. Ball's come out to Semple, who's given it out to Emosi again, who's broken the gain line and made some good meters there, getting him on the front foot. Ryan Barnard's taken a hit up. The ball's been dropped. It's loose and it's going out wide very quickly now. And you can see Denmark on the wing took the ball out, but didn't make the most of his opportunity there. So the UAE will have a line out about 30 metres out from their attacking try line.
Yeah, I was a little bit frantic there, just getting turned over. UAE in the wrong areas again. They had that momentum. There was a good hit up there from Emosi. Just a little bit worrying here to see Max Johnson on the ground, just getting a little bit of treatment. I hope it's just a cramp maybe. But again, Harry Sayers just probably got a little bit excited, maybe thought he could chip and chase it. Put his sevens experience to use.
The man has very fast feet. There's a few players for the UAE down at the moment. We've got Max Johnson, Ryan Barnard, and John Boats has just got up. I think the big lad's just a bit tired. First hit out as a second rower for a long time. So and we see these boys get a bit of treatment. They want to move the game forward with the prop down and the 10 down. We've had a little stoppage in play.
Yeah, good work here from the front row. It's from UAE. It's probably been an area where they lack a little bit of depth, but to be fair to the guys tonight, they've put in a big shift, and it is, a tough night to be scrumming as well and doing hitting on 60 minutes of the game. So fair dues to them boys.
Yeah, I've played 60 minutes in front row. I think Ryan Barnard and Munib Gallant are both still out there. It is quite a shift, and Hong Kong China have a fresh front row. Ball gone to the back, but it's turned over there. Out quickly. Sayers' his feet are moving again, but he has been caught and wrapped up. The ball's come out the back and is put on the boot. And Peterson at the back there takes it quite calmly and gives it to Vola Vola, who will see his little hop, skip and a jump as he goes through, and he's been collected quite well. Really messy ball, and a penalty goes to Hong Kong China for holding on.
Yeah, just a little bit unfortunate there for Vola Vola. Just try to get through the gap, but there's no gap there in that Hong Kong China defence. Turned over. So good possession here now and good territory for Hong Kong China.
And the experience of those boys is really starting to show through. Look how fast they're trying to put the pressure on the UAE. They're running to the line out, getting those boys moving. They know it's time to attack, and they keep going. We see Waddington has come on the field now. big Lucas Waddington. So he's getting another cap for the UAE as a prop. So we'll see if he can make a difference in this line out. Hong Kong China's gone up the front to Patrick Jenkinson, and they've got a maul set. UAE's kind of been turned to one side and putting in a slow stop, but it's still moving forward. The arm has gone out, and a penalty try is given.
Wow, penalty try there. That'll just kill off UAE a little bit, I think.
And it takes the score out to 34-10 before, 36-10.
Yellow card there as well for UAE. Just a little bit unfortunate there with that one. Discipline again, just I think a bit of tiredness, a bit of fatigue.
Looks like Jean Boats has got the yellow card.
Yeah, I think they just need to regroup again, down to 14 men. Just trust their systems again. But it's a very physical game. You can see that Hong Kong China have really upped the intensity, upped that tempo. They're trying to get their boys in the back line through the middle. You can see they're using the footwork and just testing out UAE.
And UAE will find this 20-minute break a very welcome time where they can have a few deep breaths, try and regain their composure and settle on how they're going to play now. Without Boats in the second row, it's only going to weaken their scrum and their line out. So let's see how they're going to adjust and work from this.
Yeah, well-earned break for both teams there. It was kind of getting frantic at times. As you say, sometimes just sticking to the structures, but I think Hong Kong China were really putting the foot on the gas there as well. Just when they know that UAE are a little bit, you can see that fatigue setting in, that they want to just really go at them and try and work them around the park and really run them. Yeah,
they've really been working on their fitness, and it's starting to really come to show. There's a difference between amateurs and professionals at times. They ran to that line out, got their maul set, moved it forward, and the UAE just had no way of dealing with it.
Yeah, these guys have had good preparation in camp as well, playing teams such as Japan and Brumby's A side, and they were down in South America as well, and they had Brazil up to Hong Kong for these test matches. All these games will add to their experience, it'll develop them, it'll have really made an impact on their intensity as well, and they have that luxury of working on all these micro skills and fine-tuning each area as well, so put themselves in the best position and opportunity to qualify for a Rugby World Cup.
Absolutely. They were favourites coming in, and they're really showing it now. They are looking to dominate their competition, so if they can put the UAE to the sword now, they've got a home game next week against Sri Lanka, where they'll be looking to cement that win. But the ball's been kicked but let bounce, but it's come out wide early. A little bit of footwork there from the hooker, and the ball's come out. A knock-on advantage given against the UAE, but the ball's gone back and it's been charged down by Andrew Semple, but unlucky for him. It's been called back by the referee for the scrum advantage anyway. The bounce off the charge down was really unlucky, but China will have the scrum here.
No better man to see going in for that block down, and Andrew Semple. He's such an experienced player. He's around a long time with UAE, and I'm sure he'll be very proud, and his family will be proud of him captaining today. But he's a guy who never gives up. As you can see, he's working his way around the park all night, and he's the new partnership there with Max Johnson. But they work really well together. They gel well.
Yeah, he's got really good communication skills. Leads the boys around the park, and he's been doing that for years. Like he had a little break from the game and then came back when the UAE was calling last season, so he's making sure that he's ready, available and fit, as fit as he can be for the season ahead. Scrum's been called up again. A few little pushes and a few little shouts from players. But yeah, we've got to keep going. So the score at the moment, we've got UAE 10-36, and we've played 62 minutes. So we're in the final 20. We're seeing if the UAE can hold together. It was one of their problems when they played Kenya. Their last 20 minutes, they let in a few tries. They really need to stop Hong Kong now and try and put them on the back foot and get some points of their own. All right, so we've got the yellow card still for Jean Boats as well. So the scrum is a man weaker. but players are stepping back and stepping out. We do see Saki Nassau on the edge of the scrum there, so he's looking on the side to bolster numbers and hopefully not take it apart for Hong Kong, but the props are getting a talking to at the moment.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Hong Kong do here as well. Will they send the ball out wide to their danger man, Max Denmark, to work that ball out, or will they clear it with a kick?
They probably want to play their structures and continue, because even though the game's almost out of reach for the UAE at the moment, they still want to work towards putting their team together, work towards their harder games that are to come, because if they do win this, they'll be in the World Cup and then the competition will seriously increase.
Point! Set!
Alright, so a big scrum there. UAE starting to move backwards now. The arm has gone out and penalty is given, so advantage. They'll be looking to play. A little chip to the side. Max Denmark has got it through and he's crashed her and he's managed to break through and play the ball on the ground. Brad James has come in with a huge tackle. The ball's come out. Andrew Seppel's dived on it, picked it up, put it off the ground, and Max Johnson has put it on the boot, and it has bounced inside, and then it'll be on the 22. So that's a 50-22, I believe.
Yeah, exciting phase of play there on both sides.
It's given the wrong side of the 22, so it is Hong Kong China ball.
Yeah, as I said earlier, they're going to hit that danger man, Max Denmark, put him into space, especially when they're down to 14 men. But it was great tackle there by Brad James, and good scramble effort on the ground by Andrew Sims to just get that ball into the right territory.
Yeah, easy line out win there, and then a big crash ball for the captain.
Last feet.
Ball is out, and it is kicked deep into the hands of Saki Nassau, who is running up with a full head of hair at full tilt.
No hands.
Dreadlocks in the wind, and he's met. It was strength by the hooker there. Bit of competition for the ruck.
Use it.
Slow ball for Andrew Semple's pulled it out. And then you see a Pele Davutawalu take the hard hit and carry. Ball's covered out. Brad James has set Munib Gallant into a two-man tackle, and he's met heavily. UAE struggling to get to their feet at the moment. They need to get around the corner and help these boys out. Another huge hit and then knock on. Hong Kong trying to be looking to play. They've got numbers out wide. Oh, number 6. Because it was a kick, I believe advantage is over as well, so it should be a UAE scrum.
Yeah, but you can see Hong Kong China now are just beginning to try a couple of different things. They've had some changes in key areas with Paul Altier coming in there for Nate Duterre. So again, they're looking to do some, mix it up a little bit there, chipping back in behind, seeing what's on in the back line as well.
Really using that advantage when the arm is out to try something different, try something new. Oh, we've gone for a replay here.
Just gone up to TMO on this one. See a few players just getting a little bit of treatment there as well. Getting the water on.
No, you can.
Not sure what they're going back to have a look at here. The referees are just coming down to the side as well to have a look at the screen. UAE still down to 14 men. Jean Boats yellow carded on that penalty try.
So as we will see a replay now. So guys are in the ruck.
Just a little bit of a roll on the neck there by Pele. On Mark Pryor, I think.
Okay, or it might be that hit from from the captain on Worship, slight shoulder charge to the head, so that is going to be a penalty at least, if not more. Oh, it's a yellow card, so the captain is going to rest for 10 minutes alongside your boats. And they've already
it's all good on.
Not liked each other so far, so.
So your penalty, high tackle down there.
Tricky to see what was happening there.
Bit of a shoulder charge to the head, just not getting his body in the right position, trying to put the extra hit on and up too high, collecting him in the head.
10 lines.
All right, so UAE got a little breath of fresh air there. Numbers are even. they'll be looking to make this count, get the ball in the right area, and try and work their line out to gain some ascendancy. And Max Johnson has put the ball out, and a UAE line out about 25, 26 metres out from their line.
Yeah, Manib, he's put in a bit of a shift tonight as well. And there at hooker, putting in again.
So there's a little dummy, and then a little clever front ball to Ethan Matthews. Again, a little bit of a hit to the shoulder, and then Brad James has taken it in. He's taken 2 with him. Really slow roll from Hong Kong China there, but got out well. Max Johnson, guys are getting a little bit misfooted by their own teammates at the moment. They've kept the ball. Semple's brought it back to Apelli, who's given it out to Ethan Matthews, who's taken the hit up. Hong Kong China's put the pressure on the ball, and James Crossley comes in for a big run, big overs, clear out again, fast ball out. Oh, Nassau's tried to pinch it from Stapley, but just caused an error. We do love the excitingness of Nassau, but it's hurt them this time. And then we'll be going in for a scrum. We'll see what happens here as both teams are down a normal scrummager.
Yeah, that was good phase play there from UAE. I could just see the power runs there with Crossley coming on, Ethan Matthews carrying, Brad James carrying hard. Just unfortunately there you could see Saki just fly out of nowhere. Just needs to be a little bit more patient, work the systems. You know, you've probably seen a gap on, but just a little bit of patience in that area. Avoid giving the ball away in this area, especially, you know, with 70 minutes on the clock, coming up to 70 minutes.
Yeah, so as we pack in here, Hong Kong, China seem to be going a man down into the scrum. Like both teams are. So we'll see the contest. It's still moving. It's come out really fast. And then a small kick has been put through. Volavolla's dropped it, but he's dropped it backwards and putting on some pressure. The ball's come out the back. Andrew Semple's taken on a flat run. Out to Max Johnson, who's given out really wide to Peterson. Peterson's looked up, seen no one around, so had to take the hard hit. And then slow ball coming for Semple there, who gives it off to Gallant, who's broken through the tackle and then gone down. Late pass there given. Good hit, good collection. And Semple's given the ball out really wide again there. Numbers not favouring the UAE, but managed to regain possession. It looks like Crossley taking another one of the hard hits. And guys coming around the ball. Hong Kong China just giving away a penalty there. Probably a little bit too eager at the ruck.
Yeah, nice lines there by Crossley as he's come in. You see he's making an impact there in that centre field. Manib is still Manib Gallant. He's carrying well. The guys are still really fighting hard out there.
Yeah, and they're back in a similar position, just outside their 22 with an attacking line out. They've got to move it a little bit faster. Their feet working to ensure that win. The last one they did a little trick play. I don't know if they'll get away with that again, but they need to retain the ball and get into their phases and try and find a hole in this great Hong Kong China defence. Heavily contested ball, but it is won by the UAE and it's come out the back. Volavolla's feet are moving. He is caught and held up very high. Dragged. A maul is called. So that ball is not coming out, and Hong Kong China have won the scrum.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate there again. You know, Nico probably could have maybe picked the wrong line to go into the wall of Hong Kong China there in the centre field. Again, I don't know if they're just getting a little bit impatient and trying to get into them gaps a little bit early. Just a bit of patience, work through the systems, work the ball through the guys.
Few individuals trying to put their hands up, but probably at the wrong moments. He's not the guy you want on the crash ball. Into two large members from the Hong Kong China team. So we're in our final 10 minutes now. Jean Boats will be looking to come back on the field in the next 2 minutes. Or Sean Stevens looks like he's warming up on the sideline there as well. Second rower Lucy from the Abu Dhabi Harlequins, so he'll be excited to join the game. All right, the ball has gone in. Bit of a push from Hong Kong China. It's gone sideways, and they've won the penalty again.
Yeah, they're just killing the momentum now for UAE. Any momentum they've had, Hong Kong, China are just all over it. Just being real clinical in their play, especially around their scrums. Again, they're clear the lines and find themselves in attacking territory again.
Yeah, and so Hong Kong, China have a line out here just inside their own half, but subs are being made. A fast line out taken, so subs are not being made, as Hill takes a big crash ball, and they get the ball out really quickly. It's come out wide. A kick that's timed perfectly and bounced really well. A lot of pressure on Peterson here. He's turned around and put a kick up the field. Axton Barrett has caught it well, and he's returning it with pace. Caused numbers. Manib Gallant's the solo defender against 4 there, and Hong Kong China have gone in for a lovely score in the corner, and that's number 16 Scott. We're getting over with the swan dive.
Yeah, Colin Scott there with the try for the finish. He was excited about that one, but you could just see, you know, Hong Kong were just getting that front foot. There were number 13 Ben Oxenbarrett. He's been all over the place tonight. He's just running at them. You know, could see that there was an overlap there. Pele was out there on his own, maybe 4 against 1. It was an easy try there for Colin Scott. He enjoyed that one.
Yeah, big swan dive into the corner. Every hooker loves poaching out on the wing there, so the hard work. But as you could see, numbers weren't good. It was the 2 widest defenders were Waddington and Gallant for the UAE. They took it out and got over the line there, so really good job from them. Another try for Hong Kong, China.
Yeah, just score now again.
A few subs have been made there. Marcus Guerin's come off the field. John Boates has re-entered after his yellow card. I think Munib might have come off as well for Sejon.
Yeah, we see the new hooker here as well for UAE. Michael Sejon, he's come in.
And the ball is put back, so it's kicked deep and then put back. And it'll be a UAE line out in the attacking half. They'll be receiving the ball right on the 10-metre line.
You can just see some smiles on the faces of the Hong Kong China. They're happy with where they are at with this game.
Yeah, they're up by 33 points now, a bit more comfortable. Just over 5 minutes to go. Line-out's gone up. They're still contesting everything. They're still putting that pressure on. Little overhead pass there from the line-out off the defensive, but they've managed to retain the ball and get in. It's a penalty against the UAE there. It wasn't the guys over the ball. It was guys not rolling away fast enough. But they will get through now, take the kick and make their meters up the field while they attempt something else.
Yeah, just another sub there for Hong Kong China. Colin McCullough has come in there as well. You just see him kind of launch the ball out of that messy line out in the last one.
And you can see their captain Hurt starting to warm up on the sideline, ready to come back from his yellow card as well.
It's been a tactic all night in this line out from Hong Kong. They just walk in and usually they're trying to take a quick one, and difficult to match up and number up at times.
Their speed of their footwork and their lift is really good. This time given not straight, because the UAE did contest the throw. So throw has to be straight down the channel for it to be given. UAE going for a scrum or a line out, it's their choice. But they've picked a line out this time. So as you can see, he just caught it on the wrong side of his body, and John Boates was kind of put up in the air as a contesting that could have gone either way for that one. Fast ball there. Ethan Matthews has taken the ball really well. He's held it. He's holding it. He's at the back and just kind of left alone by everyone for a second before people realised he needed to be hit. Waddington takes a hard hit up there. Ball's taken out. Saki Nassau, who's been working hard all day for the UAE, is taking it in. As you can see, Dave Evans is now on the field as well. He's come on at number 9, and Semple has moved out to number 10. He's stepping inside, putting the work.
Turnover ball there. Hong Kong China will just take the sting out of that for UAE.
Just the extra man involved in picking at the ball each time. Ball is kicked really well. Hong Kong China have a line out about 10 metres out from their attacking try line.
Still trying to play quick as well. They want to use every opportunity in this game to play fast, and they want to put more points on the board as well. So as you can see, they're running into position, ready to go. Front ball.
You guys have
The whistle has gone. If you don't have if you guys aren't in the line out, you can't take a throw like that. So a trick play that's gone awry.
Okay, let's go. 17.
Yeah,
But
just looking at some of the guys there down on their knees a little bit, but there's been a great shift there from some of the players. Just looking at UAE first there, Brad Janes, his first introduction really to UAE's first official cap, and he's had an outstanding game. I think his work rate across the park has been really notable.
Yeah, his footwork into contact and passing off the sides as well, just being in the right places all the time. So he's worked really hard. Saki Nassau, apart from that one line he hit on stage, he's fought really hard all day as well.
Yeah,
so
you could see a lot of these guys, the likes of Ethan Matthews, well experienced. They're putting in a big shift of 80 minutes as well, and just keeping that structure, keeping the process, and working through the systems that they have. And yeah, it's a big up to them, because it's a tough challenge to have Hong Kong China in their first test match tonight.
yeah, and they do need to take a lot of confidence away from this game before they meet Korea next week. They've done some awesome things, just fell apart in the last minutes, and the score's kind of been blown out at the end a little bit. As you can see, the Hong Kong China maul has been vicious all day.
Looks like that might be a little spill on, is it?
I'm not sure if a try is given. It looks like a knock on. Looks like he thought his arms were longer than they were. So it will be a UAE scrum.
Yeah, you just see them break off here. Saki Nassau comes around. You just watch. I think he thought the try line was a little bit closer, maybe.
Yeah, they
Just
kind of
interrupts
walked
him a little
around.
bit.
His own player held him back, and yeah, that's Cross, who scored earlier. Tried to stretch out his arm and was caught with a knock on.
Yeah, I think that was.
Or Callum Scott, the number 16.
Yeah, I think it was Lucas Waddington just interfering a little bit there on that one.
Point!
All right, so it's a UAE scrum here. They've been under pressure all day, but hinging early there, so they've got a penalty there.
Al, Tara, we're going to try and get these interviews done as quick as we can, so we're going to hold on highlights. We will need to have a bit of chat, though, as that gets organised, and we'll just roll through different camera angles.
Okay, the ball's put out there, right on the line. A little bit of miscommunication, but UAE's made some good gains there. They've got a minute left of rugby. Let's see if they can produce anything worth taking with them to next week.
Yeah, this is a new hooker as well for UAE. Young player. It's good to see some young players being blooded as well here tonight.
Good line out at the front, one by Matthews, out to Evans, who's given out the back. Crossley's then given that ball, and a big, great line, but just not held by Emosi there. But he's kicked the ball away and then put the UAE back line under pressure, but then dropped as well. So we'll go back to the original knock-on and scrum.
Yeah, you could just see Emosi getting excited there. He hits a line. He's like a train coming through the centre field there. Just unfortunate to get that spill on. You could see Joseph Barker. He's a new debutant tonight, but you can see there's a bit of excitement around this player, the way he moves. Looking to use his footwork as well and attack back. But brought back to the centre of the field again for a scrum.
This has been an absolute weapon of Hong Kong China all night. Now we are hitting the 80-minute mark, so we'll see what they do, if they want to continue and when they want to try something, or they just want to get in out of the heat and go have a shower.
I think they'll be happy enough with their performance tonight.
So big push. Kind of swung around. The referee's called a reset.
And they
Just
go
what
again.
everybody wants after 80 minutes of rugby is another reset scrum.
Let's go.
Looking at Hong Kong, China, they've had a good shift there from their front row as well. The replacement front row as well, just slot in. They bring on the impact as well. As you can see, they can just up the intensity when they bring on their subs as well. They've got great depth across their squad.
Yeah, their packs really held the game together for them. They've been dominated up front early and just lets their backs go to work all day. There's something to learn from, something to look at, so the UAE can work towards over the next few years. But you see that scrum just marching forward again. They've got the advantage out and the ball has come out for a mix. The players hit by Saki, who's still trying his best. Then Crossley's gone in, as you can hear the final hooter there. And the ball has come out. Numbers were wide for Hong Kong, China again, but it's taken in by one of the Cinnamon brothers. And then gone out wide. Oh, a huge hit this late in the game and then knocked on, but we're going back for the scrum penalty. It's a great shot to see 81 minutes in.
Is that Sean Stevens? He's just been introduced.
Yeah, he loves tackling that man. Yeah.
Great hit. And he's looking to call it a day.
Yeah, no more. They don't want to get any more hits like that. That might change people's minds. So it's a good, convincing win there for Hong Kong, China. They've taken away the victory 43-10 at full time. Really good first half from the UAE, but just weren't good enough on today. And Hong Kong, China have started off their Asia Rugby Emirates Men's Championship with a big win before playing at home again next week.
Yeah, big thank you as well to UAE Rugby Federation, Asia Rugby, Hong Kong, China as well. Putting on an absolute display of rugby tonight, the physicality, the intensity. You can just see how far both teams have progressed and developed in the last year. Exciting stuff tonight. And as you see, there's tired bodies across the park.
A few
bit of blood.
War wounds. But no, the first half was really hotly contested. We need to keep seeing those improvements from the UAE team. It's a better scoreline than they've had the last few times they've played Hong Kong. So that's a really good start for them. Now they need to keep working forwards. Both teams will be looking ahead to next week. UAE are travelling to Korea, to Incheon, to play the South Korean rugby team, and Hong Kong, I believe, are hosting Sri Lanka at home. So they'll be looking to continue their successful start.
Yeah, it's such a highly contested championship as well. You've seen yesterday with Sri Lanka and Korea as well. Very exciting game, quite a close game. So it's all to play for here in the Asia Rugby Emirates Men's Championship.
And we've got to reiterate, coming second is still so important because it still gives you that extra shot at the World Cup. I know you have to go through Africa to do it, but coming second, it's still the door is still open for any of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, how amazing would it be to have 3 Asia teams compete at the Rugby World Cup? Well, Japan have already qualified. We have a direct qualification from the Asia Rugby Emirates Men's Championship, and then another chance to compete against the African runners-up as well. And that will be happening in Dubai in November, from the 8th to the 18th of November as well.
Yeah. As you can see, the respect after the game is still on. A tunnel is made for Hong Kong, China there to go through by the UAE players. They'll be happily walking through. So congratulations to them. They've done a really good job there. Their strength and their depth really came through. You can see their professionalism. They are a strong team and they will be very hard to beat in this tournament.
Yeah, you always love to see a bit of sportsmanship at the end. You can go hell for leather against each other for the 80 minutes, and that level of respect they have for each other after is great to see. Big shout out to the referees, officials, and especially the coaches, the background team, medics, all the sponsors that are involved in this as well. It takes a lot more to put a team together like this, and a lot of commitment has gone on behind the scenes. And I know for UAE as well, Jacques Spinati, his commitment and his dedication has you know, it hasn't gone unnoticed as well to prepare these guys as best they can, and I'm sure the same for the background staff for Hong Kong China as well.
Yeah, just getting all these boys in the same spot. I mean, a lot of them play for the different clubs, have to travel to trainings and camps and things like that, and they've got limited time to get to know each other. But credit to everybody involved in putting these teams together. And look, rugby in Asia is growing, and we love to see it. And these two nations are helping lead that charge. All right, so you can see one of the assistant coaches, Durant, is having, and Aaron Persico is having little chats in the circle there, just for the UAE team. Trying to make sure the boys keep their heads up, getting ready for the feed, and then we'll be heading down shortly to see who our man of the match is.
Yeah, highly contested for man of the match tonight as well. So just waiting to see if we go pitch side to Carl and see if he's got...
Fatal, congratulations. How was it out there today?
It was good. You know, we prepped for this in the last 6 weeks, and credit to the boys. You know, we dig in deep in their first 20 minutes. We set a standard to go up front, and we did that, and rewards came at the end.
The intensity of the game, especially in the front row, is it what you expected it?
Yeah, we do. No, credit to Dubai front row. They always put up a hard battle in the first 10 minutes. But, you know, like I said, we prepped 6 weeks to go all the way, a whole 80, and we, you know, we got the rewards today, and it's a team effort.
One step closer to Rugby World Cup 2027. How does that feel as a player?
Oh, no, it feels great. You know, we're excited. You know, the coach have put in a plan, and all our management and staff, so we just got to put the work in now and hope for the best.
Well, a big congratulations and good luck for next week.
No, thank you so much. Thanks for hosting us.
That's Semi Fatal, man of the match here at the Emirates Stadium in Dubai. Of course, Hong Kong, China beating the UAE 43 points to 10 today. Absolute fantastic game of rugby. They've got their first leg off to a great start as they look for qualification to World Cup 2027 in Australia.
Okay, comms, back to you.
And now,
all right, so it was really deserved man of the match there for Sunir Famiatau. Did a lot of the hard work up front, got a lot of scrum penalties, caused a lot of destruction, and you can see he's receiving his award there, so well done to him.
Yeah, President of Asia Rugby there, Kate Aldahari, just presenting the award. Yeah, it's interesting for Sunir Famiatau. This is his third cap for Hong Kong China. So pretty fresh to the setup as well, but put it in a big shift for the 60 minutes he was on tonight. But I think we might go down to Carl again.
a wonderful start to the tournament. How are you feeling?
Yeah, pretty excited to get out of the desert with the maximum and get our campaign off to a good start. Yeah, just delighted.
Is it what you expected coming to Dubai in this heat? How are the conditions?
Yeah, it's almost like playing in a desert. The boys have adapted well. Our S&C have been working really hard on us being able to perform in these conditions. So hats off to them and our coaching staff on coming up with a good plan.
You guys came into the tournament with a favourites tag. You proved it tonight. You are definitely the favourites to qualify. Does that put added pressure on to you and the team?
I mean, pressure is a privilege. We're taking this tournament one game at a time. You just have to watch the Korea Sri Lanka game. Everyone's dangerous, so we're taking no one lightly and we're going game for game.
Well, Josh, enjoy tonight. Once again, a big congratulations from us, and we wish you all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you very much, and just a quick thank you to those Hong Kong fans that have travelled out, and we're looking forward to getting home and seeing everyone at Kai Tak and supporting us, because we're going to need them.
All the best, mate. Cheers. That's a wrap from us here at the Rugby 7 Stadium in Dubai. Hong Kong, China winning that match 43 points to 10. We're now over to the highlights.
All right, here come the highlights. So, as he said, it was 43 to 10, a great win for Hong Kong, China. You can see a few of the players out there. The national anthems happened, and then it all started from the very first kickoff. It was taken well by Ethan Matthews. Just the ball came out a little slow, and then a scrum penalty was easily then taken by De Thierry, getting 3 points on. The Hong Kong Maul went to work, and they got another 5 points before UAE Brad James got over the line to close that gap. And Hong Kong then managed to move the ball. They had numbers out wide with Max Denmark getting over the line for a really well-worked team try. Just being the perfect guy to finish it. And then, as you can see, some big hits in the middle of the field, turnovers given, and then just at the half, it was 15-7. Right, and the second half started. Kick went really long and deep, but then a penalty came back to take some points. Lines for touch were taken, and the Hong Kong China Maul went back to work. They got a penalty try here. As you can see, there are bodies everywhere trying to stop it, and then a penalty try was given, and that kind of opened the floodgates, and Hong Kong China really went to work, using their numbers advantage, and then big Callum Scott with a swan dive over to finish. Alright, as you can see here, the boys are shaking hands after that game. So it was wonderful to be a part of the rugby out here in the UAE. Good crowd turnout, really good support from from everybody for the boys. They'll be really happy with seeing so many fans come out to see them.
Okay, Al, let's close this out now. We're going to run with ads and promos to close out the show. So thank everybody, the team, and off we go.
Yeah, just big thanks to everyone who showed up tonight at Dubai 7 Stadium. Great to have the support down here as well. Big thank you to our host, Carl van Rosenveld, from myself, Tara Cooney, Al Burrow as well. Just a few thank yous to the 7 Stadium, our production team, UAE Rugby Federation, Hong Kong Rugby, Asia Rugby Federation as well for putting on this show and display here tonight as well, the two teams. Stay tuned for the Asia Rugby Emirates Men's Championship 2025. Next week again we've got South Korea against UAE on Saturday, and we've also got Hong Kong China playing Sri Lanka in Hong Kong. So big thank you to everyone who tuned in tonight. We hope you enjoy this massive display of rugby. We're signing off here tonight, and thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
शोले को आग होते तेरी नहीं लगती बाजी पलटती और पलके नहीं छपकी बहता पसीना और सांसें दहकती मेहनत ही करवाती जीत अपनी पक्की गिरे उठे लड़े और फिर जीते हमने कमर कस ली सेट रग रग में रग्बी रग रग में रग्बी रग रग में रग्बी